Metro Police are looking for suspects after 4 people were shot in Louisville in 2 different incidents. Police said the first shooting happened just before 5 Sunday in the Park Hill neighborhood. That's where they were called to West Burnett and Cypress Streets, but did not find a victim. A short time later, they said they had 2 men show up at a local hospital with gunshot wounds. Detectives determined the men were shot in the area they originally responded to, and then about a half an hour later, 2 more men were shot in the Russell neighborhood. Police found the victims on River Park Drive near 31st Street. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. LMPD's non-fatal shooting unit is investigating both of these cases. If you know anything about either of them, call the LMPD tip line at 574 LMPD. An East Louisville family is safe after being rescued from a house fire this morning. Anchorage Middletown Fire and EMS responded around 5:20 a.m. to a home on Meander Way off Johnson Road. We're told 2 children had already jumped from a window to escape the blaze. Then firefighters got on their ladders to rescue a person from the 2nd floor, along with 2 dogs you see there that were taken to the vet. The fire is believed to have started in the kitchen. Everyone appears to be okay. Well, we are hearing from the woman behind a small Kentucky town which just dissolved over the weekend. Bonneville is an hour south of Louisville in Hart County, and Sunday was its last official day as a city. The woman who spearheaded the movement says it all came down to taxes. Our Alexander Goldberg and photojournalist Aspen Hester share her story.
The lady in the Flamingo house brought the city down.
Melody Schanneberger lives at the center of Bonneville, a small Hart County, Kentucky town, an hour south of Louisville and with a population of 244.
This town, I don't think is going to be any more than what it is right now. A thrift store, rundown, dilapidated buildings.
In City Hall, once at the center of debate and now shut down, effective December 8th.
Because we weren't getting anything for our taxes. No bang for the buck.
Schanneberger is the woman who led the movement to dissolve the local government. Her slogan, taxes for nothing, though her city tax was $30 a year.
So the amount is nothing to complain about. It's just we weren't seeing anything done.
Her efforts were a success. Bonneville residents voted 67-60 on Election Day to dissolve into Hart County, wiping out the 6-person city council, mayor, and services like city-operated street lighting. What Schanneberger said was the biggest concern for residents.
Yes, a few street lights did go out. It didn't make that much of a difference. That was still on.
She says the mayor is in opposition, and Mayor Marie Whitlow previously told WHAS11 that she believes new residents are trying to avoid paying taxes. In Bonneville, Alexander Goldberg, WHAS 11 on your side.
Officials from Hart County will take the keys to Bonneville's town hall sometime this afternoon. The college football bowl games are set and the Cards are heading to Texas. Louisville will play in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl against the University of Washington. Kickoff is at 2 on New Year's Eve in El Paso. Washington has a 6-6 record this season. Western Kentucky will play in its 11th bowl game in 13 season. The Hilltoppers have been selected for the Boca Raton Bowl against James Madison. That's happening Wednesday, December 18th. Kickoff at 5:30. And we are in for a showdown in Indiana. IU taking on Notre Dame in the first round of the college football playoffs. The Hoosiers have only lost 1 game this year and finished 8th in the college football rankings. That's 3 spots below the Fighting Irish, who have won 10 straight games since September 7th. Notre Dame will host the Hoosiers on December 20th in South Bend. Kickoff at 8 p.m. and you can watch that game right here on WHAS 11. And here's your chance to win big if you are a college football fan. The EAC Fence is giving you the chance to prove it. Head to WHAS11.com/contest and stack your skills against the rest of Kentuckiana. Choose the winner of the college football bowls wisely and you could win a pellet smoker courtesy of Watson's and a $100 gift card from Kroger. Entry deadline is Saturday at 11 a.m. so get your picks in today.
What do you need the money for? How much do you need and for what?
And Brandenburg restaurant owners remain unconvinced that they will benefit from a 2% tax on dining out. City council members are set to vote on that tax tonight, but owners worry what this would mean for their business and the tips that support their employees. Our Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Alyssa Newton explain.
The city of Brandenburg is proud of their riverfront park, but they need to pay for things like mowing the grass. That's why they're proposing a 2% restaurant tax in town, but it's something many of the restaurant owners disagree with. That's the case at the Daily Grind on Main Street.
Everything in here you see we did ourselves.
Owner Rochelle Frazier still wants to know more about what the city would do with the money raised.
I'm not sure that we've gotten any good reason for the fees yet. That's a concern.
Her other concern is that it could mean less tips for the baristas behind the counter. She sees lots of rising costs at her business, from coffee beans to food. Brandenburg Mayor David Pace feels similar about running the city.
Down the road, it's going to get worse and worse because costs are going up and our income's staying level.
Pace said the city needs the tax revenue for a balanced budget, but critics say the city council should not have voted for elected officials' raises if that was the case. The mayor stands by the proposal, citing its low cost.
A $50 meal in Brandenburg would be a $1 charge.
Whatever, it's $1. But people will look at that, especially old heads, especially people who look at their bill. You know people who look at the receipt. I do. I don't complain about it, but I'll be like, really? Because I know as a resident that it's not going to a good cause. And although it's 2% or whatever, it'll increase. You got to think of the future.
Pace wants a future where Brandenburg can afford 24/7 police coverage, but Frazier doesn't want her coffees and lunch to cost customers anymore.
On one of our average tickets, it's going to be 40 or 50 cents. But if they were going to tip that 40 or 50 cents to our employees, they may not be once they have another fee.
With those shrinking margins, she hopes the city council will shut out the tax.
Our Ian Hardwick reporting there. The proposed tax will be considered at tonight's Brandenburg City Council meeting, and that begins at 7 o'clock. The first wife of former Kentucky Governor John Y. Brown II and trailblazer herself, Ellie Brown, has died. The late governor and Brown funded Actors Theater, helped save the downtown YMCA, and were instrumental in the development of the Kentucky Center for the Arts and the Ali Center. She was the first chairwoman of the Board of Kentucky Colonels ABA team and was part of an all-female ownership board. Brown and her husband were inducted into the Kentucky Athletic Hall of Fame in 1998. Ellie Brown was 84 years old.